Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR 15 Career Mode here on the Xbox 360. My name is JT Plays and welcome to America's Heartland, Kansas Speedway. It should be a lot of fun. We're under the lights here in the Midwest, so let's get into it. We're going to begin qualifying here. Remember, we're going to show you qualifying from here until the end of the season. Still speculating whether I want to do the chase or not. Right now it's a little bit up in the air, but we'll see what happens. We have a lot of races to go where we could win, lock ourselves into the chase, and, you know, hopefully win doing the NASCAR, the new NASCAR game in about a month and a half as a recent champion, or technically defending champion, and yeah, basically go from there. So Kansas Speedway, kind of a cookie cutter track. It's almost an oval, but it has a little dog leg on the front stretch. The walls are green, so the walls right here into turn 1, running up on turn 1, will run into you like that. We hit the wall quite a bit in qualifying, and it's a very hard track to learn. You have to take your time, have the right setup. Usually we're used to Chevrolet setup, but since we run a Toyota, it's going to be a lot different with the numbers and all that stuff. So we are running the very high lane or middle lane in turns 3 and 4. We would like to run the low lane in 1 and 2 to get that boost off, and you'll see in the race, craziness did happen. So let's go ahead and just listen in live to a couple of laps, couple of turns in qualifying. We'll let that pick up at the beginning of round 2, because right when we're about to cut towards the end, we have about 23 minutes. Obviously I'm not going to show you all of it. We come into pit road and basically we just, you know, go to the end of the session. So, you know, coming to the end of the session, we're coming 15th right now, not really anywhere to fall back in the top 24 dance. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and qualify to the second round. We'll let you listen in live to the second round. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in a little bit.
Heading to the pit. Car inside, trying to get to your corner. Car closing on the inside. Clear down low. It's too fast, man. Check up, check up.
Alright, let's do this. In and out.
Alright, so we're coming down to pit lane here, and we're about halfway through the session, and this is where round 2 is going to end. We're going to see things when we pick up out of pit road. Near the end of this session, didn't really go our way. You see, we're already running 10th. Only the top 12 qualify. In round 2, goes from 24 to 12 to pole. And you see here, we are running 23rd at the end of the session. And it's over. So we qualified 23rd. So with that said, we are going to throw down pre-race to DW My Joy. They will cover everything from America's Heartland. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you after the first couple of laps.
Welcome to America's Heartland for Fox Sports coverage of the STP 400 at Kansas Speedway. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, a very entertaining racetrack to come to. A lot of things in the area right here around the racetrack to go and do. And I tell you the thing that the drivers have got to pay attention to, those big cracks in the racetrack with the dark sealer. You'll see them. They're really, they really upset your race car. You got to be aware of those.
Kansas is a 1.5 mile track, but it's no cookie cutter. It has its own unique challenges. Out here in the Great Plains, they love their stock car racing. Big crowd on hand for today's running. Let's find out who's best in the Midwest.
Attention, drivers.
Got one working the top. Got your door up top. Car up top. That's it, dude. Every position is more points. Outside. He's hanging there. 3 wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle. Car inside. Looking high. Four wide. Stay there, you're good. One down low. 3 wide, 3 wide, you're in the middle. Yellow flag, yellow, yellow, yellow.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? As you saw, I believe that was... Who was that? Number 32. Bowman or not? Labani? I think that was Labani. He bounced off... First, initially, we bounced into him. That made him bounce into Logano. He got to run Logano and then came down on him, so he bounced into us. It was all a mess, and... It was 4 wide. That didn't take long. I know that 4 wide, obviously, that's not realistic. The physics and AI are not realistic. And, you know, we try to be give and take with them as much as possible. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that was one of those times. But we are running, still in contention. We can get a run if we really just desperately have to. And unfortunately, we never could. I mean, we never could. We're looking at Michael Waltrip's back of the car, and that's all we would look at, him and Hamlin battling, because we would catch up like we are now. But for some reason, our tire pressures, when we adjusted it in the pits, it just didn't happen. So with that, it's a very, very tough track to tame. Next week we do have Dover and then Charlotte for the All-Star break, or I believe it's Charlotte and Dover. I can't remember the specific order, but those are our next 2 races. Dover, I'm not expecting anything big, but you know, you never know. It's very unlikely. However, you qualify up front, you have a good run, you test some things out in qualifying and practice. You obviously get a read for the car, and hopefully that can be us. Charlotte, I know how to run there, and I know what lines to run, so that should be a fun race. It shouldn't be any problem there, and we should have a very, very good, hopefully a win there, because we have Daytona still in the near future for the Coke 400, and that could be anything. Big one. No call, it could be anything. But as we're rounding out the race here, you see we are 5 seconds behind David Gilliland and Michael Waltrip, and 20 seconds behind race winner Jimmy Johnson. He goes on to win, and it just wasn't a good day. I know I qualify very, very good, but finished very, very bad because 100% difficulty. If you guys have played this, you know that AI is not very, very good. That's about all I can say. They're not very good at all. The actual mechanics they use, you brake check into 1, then you get 15 cars to pass, and then they brake check into 4. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. So without further ado, we're going to stop talking about that, and we're going to take over your top 10. So, 10-2, here we go. Casey Mears 10th, Newman 8th, Allmendinger 8th, Newman 9th, Elliott, Blaney, Yaley, Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are your 2 through 10. Your point standings, David Reagan is 10th, Trevor Bayne is 9th, J.J. Yaley 8th, Kurt Busch 7th, Biffle 6th, Harvick 5th, Larson 4th, Hamlin Earnhardt 3 and 2, and then Jimmy Johnson is your points leader. As we said, we do have Charlotte coming up, and then I believe it is Dover, so it should be a fun one. The only way we get into the Ultra races is by winning the showdown. We'll hopefully do that next time out. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, and take care.